Hi everyone, we are La
La Chimolala.
Chimolala, and we are back with No Mercy, episode 4, Monsta X style. Now, Tammy, you've been telling me there's a little bit of debate on our page about whose pecs these are.
Yeah. I thought we all agreed it was Shonu, but we have some mom baby coming in and saying, well, I think it's Wonho. I mean, I thought it was Wonho, so now I'm like
Yeah,
super
you did.
confused. I'm so confused now. And then I was giving my logic. I was giving my logic. Shonu, he likes wearing like shirts, like crop tops, or like shirts that are like a revealing, but like Wonho's full on like Ab City, like
Right.
shirtless. He don't care.
Shonu loves a good deep V, loves it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Hmm.
Wanho's like, that's too much clothing.
Yeah. He's like, shouldn't wear clothes, period. So, but that was my logic. I mean, who knows? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
don't
The
know.
debate continues. Dun
Yeah.
dun
Dun
dun.
dun dun. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if it was like some rando?
Yeah. That would be really hilarious.
What if they were like, it's gun? And you're like,
Yeah.
what?
What?
Oh my God. I mean, I don't know. Those could
Yeah.
be new pecs we've never seen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, some of baby are saying, well, you could tell by the lips and and the eyes, but I mean, I'm blind as a bat, so I'm like, your guess is good as mine.
I'm
Who
gonna
knows?
toss out a crazy theory. It's Minhyuk.
Okay, that works.
The best thing
He,
is you can imagine it's whoever you want it to be.
yes, yes, yes. Just close your eyes
I
and
don't
be
hate
like,
that.
Minyuk. So as much as I love Kiki, that's definitely not Kiki. I mean,
No,
no, he
no.
he has a very his asset is like his chest, and we all knows what his chest looks like. He does. Why am I talking about this?
You could pick it out of a lineup and that's not it. Let's be real. I get it. I
Yeah.
get it. You've studied it. It's definitely not his. What? If he didn't want you to know, he wouldn't have given you Voyager.
Yeah, that is true. That is very, very true, you guys. I'm just saying. Anyways, definitely not
Okay,
his
sorry to
chest.
bring up such a hot topic, but I just really wanted to have a little discussion about it. So we are in the second mission where it's the battles, but it's also teamwork.
Hmm.
So I'm really interested to see what happens. We kind of saw Shonu and Kiki have a bad day.
Yeah, they
They
definitely
have no
have.
chemistry
Yeah, yeah. And so one of our
yet.
mom bibis, Lily, so she mentioned that this might be out of order too, because I was under the pretense, like I should have thought about that, because like I thought that, because like I remember I got really riled up. I'm like, why would he say that? This is the worst performance. I mean, I didn't sound like that, but like,
Oh, yeah. I
but
thought
it,
the same thing though.
yeah, I was like, why? They went first. So, yeah, it sounds like they kind of just edit that out just to like, put that in the ending of the episode and
Hmm.
to, make this episode like, oh, we gotta watch it, to see like if more performances are like that.
That actually does make sense because when they did their solo stuff, it was like they did the first three, and then suddenly it was like Hyungwon, who was 9 or whatever, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Whoa, what's happening?" But like, so you're right, they did jump around there. Good eye, Lily.
I
Good
know.
eye. So
Yeah.
you're saying we shouldn't be quite so mad because it actually might have been the worst performance.
No, I'll still be mad.
I'll still be mad.
I'll still be mad because the way that they were talking to them was out of line, I feel like. So,
But yeah,
yeah.
maybe it wasn't the first one they saw.
Yeah.
Um,
So I was like, okay, it's not the first one, but still, you should not edit it like that.
how dare they?
How dare they? But yeah,
Ugh.
like they did have a bad day. We both agree that they were not cohesive. They didn't have that teamwork that
that they're so famous for now.
Yes, yes. Now there's please, like their teamwork now is like stellar and like off the
Yeah.
charts, and it's just like you would never know that they were in this position to begin with, you know?
No. The
So
problem is right now, Kiki's only had a crush on Shonu from afar. He's not spoken to him that much. And all of a sudden they're paired up in singing class and he's like, ah!
yeah.
It's you see how I've turned it into a K-drama?
Yes, you did. Why am I turning red? Like just hearing you say all this.
I get it. If I had only looked at Shonu from afar and suddenly I had to like be partners with him, I would also be a little flustered. So, you know, Kiki is just like us.
Just like us.
And as we know from the way the show is being filmed and shot, I mean, it's obvious that Shonu and Juhan are the ones that they're building this group around. So that adds extra pressure too, because you're like, I'll probably go and he'll probably stay. So it is kind of scary. I just felt so bad for them. Anyway, I know this sounds terrible, but I'm excited to see how everyone else does, even though I'm sure it's going to be crushing for some of them.
Yeah.
But like, I'm starting to get really invested in the process, even though I know the ending. We've kind of stayed away from spoilers about the show that much, besides, you know, that King Chun comes in late or like that kind of stuff. So I still feel like a little bit of like nervous anticipation because I really don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's a lot of sentiment that we've been expressing through the comments. Is that, you know, we know the like there are some comments where it's like, oh, you know, like I'm very tense too, you know. And we get it, you know, sometimes like even if you're rewatching this, you know, it's like it's not, we all know the end result, right? We obviously, you know, if you love the guys, you should really know the 7 guys that made it to the band, 7, you know, but it's the whole process and it's just like that build up, you know, to see how they got there. And sometimes, you know, how you get there is like the worst part, you know? So it's like, ugh.
I mean, this is a very weird comparison, but it's kind of like watching Romeo and Juliet. You know she's not going to wake up in time, but you're still kind of like every time, wake up right now before he kills himself.
I know. You're like rooting for her, rooting for both of them, right? Like
no matter, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no matter how times they remake that story, you just know the end result. It's just like, oh, come on, Leonardo, dude.
Right? And even though I'm happy with the end result of this, I can still feel for the guys who don't make it.
Exactly.
I'm getting a little attached to a few of them. I will admit I am going to be finding out where are they now.
There's I mean, like I'll say right now, like I love Sharp Gun, you know, like
Me too.
I feel like I'm already invested in him. Like you know, like he seems very humble to me. I mean, some people might not like his rap, but like I do, you know, like everyone's entitled to, you know, what your opinion and stuff like that. But like I feel like I'm very invested in him. So
All right, I'm sorry, we've like talked a lot in this intro. Should we get into it?
Yeah, we definitely should get into it. But before we do, y'all don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue on with more Monsta X content.
Yes, please.
I was like, yeah. How awkward can I get? That's awkward. Just awkward like Shonu and Kihyun.
That's your new baseline.
My new baseline.
Okay.
All right, sorry. We gotta laugh before we get angry. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Better to start this way. Right?
Yes. Start on the right foot.
Here we go. Okay. Anonymous Pecs to the rescue. I mean, the eyes are definitely shown, 1000%. I almost never recognize Minhyuk because he looks so hard.
He looks so different.
싸우기만 하다가 끝날 것 같은.
기현이랑 합은 걱정이 돼요.
I want to see him one in one hole.
Oh my gosh, yes.
안녕하세요. 한 명은 춤꾼 1이고 한 명은 보컬 1인 거예요? 와, 기대된다.
I'm sorry. I was just like,
춤 1등이네? 뭘 보여주려고 그런 거야 이걸로? 너무 실망스러워. 최악의 무대였어.
Like your mom being
I
like
know.
so disappointed in you.
Right? It's like, what's up with the scoldings?
Oh my gosh. I feel like these guys have the most to prove.
Yeah.
심사위원 분들이 되게 좋아
Ooh.
보이진 않으셨어요. 전 팀의 영향도 있고 그래서
이 분위기를 깨지 못하면 그냥 이대로 11등 11등 그래서 끝나겠구나.
Sorry, he has the cutest ears.
That kid?
Mhm.
숫자 부자입니다.
오늘 목표는요. 네.
숫자 거지가 되는 게 목표입니다.
다른 친구들 하는 거 보면서 어땠어요?
현우 형이랑 기현이 무대가
So they saw it. They're after them.
받아서 저희한테 그게 오니까 좀 걱정이 되긴 하는데 뭐 프로분들이시니까 알아서 해주실 거라 믿습니다.
He's such a butter up.
He is.
아니 우리 근처 지금.
뭐 앞에 앉아 있는 관객의 기분을 바꾸는 것도 능력이니까.
그쵸.
프레젠테이션.
난 지낼까 몰라야겠다. 아유, 때리네.
She's so mean. She doesn't like him.
다른 친구들한테도 더 물어봐서 우리들한테 어떤 곡이 어울릴까 해서 추천받는 것도 괜찮을 것 같아.
정했어요?
아이고.
정했어요? 아이고. 둘이 더하면 저희한테 아무것도 아닌데요? 저희 여기 안에 있는 보컬 2명입니다. 우파인가 주랑 아들 세트 파이어 레인.
서건이가 자꾸 아까부터 왜 롤링 인 더 딥, 세트 파이어 막 이런 걸 하려고 모르겠어.
그러니까 나도
상당히 재미없는 것 같은 느낌.
아 그래?
뭔가 틀자마자 하품했어.
약간
Oh my god.
우리보다 더 많이 한 것 같아 이쪽은. 누가 그냥 나라고 떨어질 수가 있어.
최하위 수준을 받게 된 연습생은 서건이. 민혁이는 자연스레 11위로.
엄마 아빠 미안해 내가 열심히 해서 올라갈게.
Ugh.
Are we gonna see his parents?
Are we? We are!
Oh.
Well, he has the same face structure like his mom.
He does. And their smiles are similar.
Mm-hmm.
두 개나 있어.
자주 얼굴 먹고 보는데 엄마 줄 때 많이 먹어라.
가족들의 처음에 반대가 엄청 심했는데 제가 그거를 무릅쓰고도 계속 도전했던 거거든요.
제가 하고 싶은 일이 있어요 해서 가수를 한다고 했을 때 되게 실망스러웠어. 근데 엄마가 어느 계기에 우리 아들은 잘할 수 있어로 바뀌었냐면 그 학원 선생님이랑 통화했을 때 민혁이처럼 성실한 아이 처음 봤어요 했어. 30분 먼저 와서 목을 풀어서 준비를 해놓고 기다리는 애예요 언니. 그러니까 지켜봐 주세요. 그 얘기를 할 때 엄마가 이제 그래 아들 응원해주자. 그래 잘할 수 있어.
Aww.
좀 더 믿음직스럽고 그냥 어디 내놔도 민혁이 알아서 잘하겠지 라고 생각될 수 있는 아들, 그런 아들 되고 싶어요.
뭐 아빠 일 끝났어?
일 끝나고 퇴근하고 이제 밥 먹고 있는 중이야. 고생 많이 하지?
아 괜찮아.
가장 중요한 거는 건강이야 건강.
아빠가
건강해야.
건강 챙겨. 반가운데 뭔가 계속 말문이 막혀요. 근데 안 좋은 모습만 보여드려가지고 지금까지는 앞으로 정말 좋은 모습 계속 보여드려서 아빠가 뿌듯하게 가서 자랑할 수 있는 그런 아들이 되고 싶어요.
얼마 전까지 이제 서원이가 되게 멘탈이 무너져 있었어요. 둘 중에 뭐 떨어지지 않을까요? 저희 모두 약한 것 같아요. 계속 이게 그냥 안 좋은 얘기들 하더라고요. 그래서 제가 욕을 하면서 정신 차리라고. 동생한테 화낸 게 처음이었거든요, 그날이.
Aw, Minhyuk is like the best.
I would love for him to be my partner.
Right?
엄청 좋은데? 응. 프리템포 여기를 막 예를 들어 드르릉 부드럽게 앞부분 완전 좀 프리템포로 가지고 비핑도 좀 빠르게 하고 밴드 같은 느낌? 기승전결 있게 그러면 편곡을 해달라고 부탁을 하고
충돌이 많았는데 편곡 다시 나오고 뭐 안무나 포인트도 짜고 나서 서건이도 엄청 지금 자신감이 하늘을 찌르고 있거든요.
경연하기 이틀 전에 갑자기 든 생각이 이번 한 번 12등 한 거지 원래 내 실력
Yeah, that's a mentality to have.
잊지 말자라는 생각 때문에 정신 나간 사람처럼 연습했던 것 같아요.
Oh.
It's all about getting back up.
저못 풀어?
사실 12등이나 11등이나 똑같다 생각하거든요. 이제 더 이상 내려갈 데가 없다 생각해서 오히려 더 마음을 편하게 그리고 더 독하게 먹을 수 있는 것 같아요.
이번에 탈락하지 말자. 진짜 노력밖에 답이 없다. 약발이 근성을 보여주자.
진짜 간절함으로는 아마 저랑 서건이가 진짜 극도로 간절한 것 같아요.
I feel like I just have like nervous face.
Yeah.
시작합니다.
신난다.
I think they're gonna do good. They have to.
I hope so.
숫자가 아니에요.
Minhyuk already lightened the mood.
다 쓸어버리자. 초토화 시켜버리자.
Sad faces.
Yeah, their faces look so long.
Ooh, his facials are much better.
가끔 한 번씩 무작정 같이 떠나가시오 다른 하늘 다른 바람 숨쉬게 해줘 가끔 한 번씩 무작정 키스해 주시오 이유 없이 너에게 빠진 그날처럼 잘 때는 나긋하게 조용하게 눈물나게 말해주시오 매일 한 번씩 너무 고마워
Oh, I love that.
Oh my gosh, what's happening?
What?
Good, because I was like,
그날 아침에 먼저 일어나서 터닝 혼자 잔뜩 키스 널 바라봐 yeah. 말이 닿아줄 땐 발걸음 천천히 당당하게 그녀에게 고백하시오 다른 여자 앞에서 이성적이지만 이상하게 너 앞에선 내 감정이 앞서 널 사용하기에 너무나 아까워 넌 미치게 해 영원히 늘 사용하고 싶어 Oh my girl Oh my girl 부드럽게 모두 있게 따뜻하게 매일 한 번씩 사용하시
they're so cute.
They did such a good job.
Minhyuk does such a good job of covering up his nervousness with swag.
Yes.
아니 누가 이 친구들한테 11이 12 줬어요? 진짜 이해가 안 가는 술인데.
아니 그땐 부동의 11이 12였어.
Oh no.
최악이네.
역시 사람은 떨어져봐야 위기에 처해야.
맞아, 진짜 위기에 처해야 되는 거. 제가 브랜뉴에 들어갔을 때가 저도 위기였거든요.
역시 사람 일은 어떻게 될지 모른다고.
갑자기 여기 사랑스러워 보이네.
가장 멋있고 가장 완성도
They're all so
있고
happy.
가장 성 있던 무대였던 것 같아요. 최고였어요.
사고 치죠.
고장이 났어.
Oh no!
Oops.
여기 보니까 이상형이 저라고 써있더라고요, 두 분 다.
넘어가죠.
아니 근데 따지자면 민혁 씨 같은 경우는 다 좋은데 끝을 너무 버리는 느낌이어서 마음이 급하다 그래야 되나? 서건 씨 같은 경우는 한 마디 한 마디 부르는데 되게 정성을 다하는 것처럼 느껴졌어요.
멘트를 할 때부터 조금씩 우리 마음의 문을 열기 시작하더니 노래를 할 때는 활짝 열어버렸어.
생각 없이 하신 거 맞죠? 약간 계산 안 하고.
아니 계산을 해서 연습을 많이 한 다음에
그래서 연습은 연습실에서 하는 거예요. 너무 멋졌어 진짜.
감사합니다.
그러나 이 가운데 또 탈락자가 나온다라는
그러나가 있었네.
굉장히 아쉬운 상황이에요. 진짜 이게 제일 박빙이었네요. 숫자 거지가 되기 위해서 준비한 무대 잘 봤습니다. 하지만 안타깝게도 탈락자 후보를 결정을 해야 되는 상황이니까
숨이 좀 턱 막혔던 것 같아요. 내가 탈락하면 어떡하지?
제가 파트상 유리한 점이 되게 많았기 때문에 이번 평가에서는 아마도 탈락 후보는 민영이 되지 않을까.
탈락자 후보가 결정이 됐습니다.
This music.
I know, right? The lighting, my gosh.
서건군입니다. 서건군입니다.
Oh, the look on his face.
Look, even Minhyuk seems a little surprised.
Yeah.
이걸 어떻게 봐야 되지?
Oh.
네? 신나는데 형들 얼굴 어떻게 보나 지금 걱정돼.
You won't go home. I don't think so.
탈락 후보는 서건군입니다. 하지만 너무 좋은 무대였어요.
잘했어.
아닌데? 잘못했어.
잘못 반대.
민혁이야. 민혁이야 민혁.
반대.
That's the worst.
너 어떻게 이렇게 끝까지 웃음을 주고 가냐?
다시 발표하도록 하겠습니다. 탈락 후보는 민혁군. 좋은 무대였어요.
You won't get eliminated, but that is terrible for both of them, right?
서건 1등이라는 부담감이 굉장히 컸었는데 그래도 오늘 뭔가 되게 한결 나아진 무대를 보여주셔서 너무 기쁘고요. 앞으로도 그 마음 변치 않고 열심히 해주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
감사합니다.
잘했어.
저는 이제 위에 있을 때 제가 졌다는 걸 알고 있었거든요. 근데도 심사평을 들으면서 그냥 감회가 너무 새롭고 그냥 이 칭찬받는 모습 부모님이 빨리 TV로 보셨으면 좋겠어요. 뭐 잘하고 못하고를 떠나서 유명하신 분들한테 칭찬받고 뭔가 웃음 줄 수 있다는 거 빨리 부모님 보셨으면 좋겠어요.
And he got constructive criticism and not very much.
Right?
이제 이거 형 이 한개 주면 된다.
The confidence.
Aww. Aww.
I feel like this one's gonna be tight too.
Yeah. And pitting two friends against each other, that's just cruel, man.
Let's go, boy.
I'm all nervous.
Right? Ugh.
자, 가운데로 나와주세요.
안녕하세요. 스타쉽의 영원한 우정 주건이, 샵건이, 주건이, 박건이, 주건이.
억지로 귀여운 척 안 하셔도
자, 1차
Was Juhan's idea.
It had to be.
명입니다. 1위를 했던 주원군 그리고 3위를 했던 샵건. 지금 이 연습생 12명 가지고 한 팀을 만드는데 이 둘도 분명히 비슷한 듯 다르고 다른 듯 비슷한 면이 있을 거란 말이죠. 12명이 한 팀에 들어갈 수 있을까요?
샷건이랑 저는 진짜 처음 봤을 때부터 너무 서로 말 통하는 것도 많았고 항상 둘이 같이 다녔고 진짜 둘도 없는 친구.
시간이 날 때는 무조건 가사만 보고 있어요. 한 글자도 절대 이제 틀려서 안 되기 때문에.
지금 이렇게 4명이 래퍼거든요.
아 근데 진짜 되게 잔인하잖아요. 서바이벌 자체가. 중심을 없이 이렇게 싸우잖아요.
아 너가 중심이라며. 네가 중심이라며. 중심을 하겠다고 그냥 손잡고 해갖고.
너 자꾸 그렇게 해서 뭐 나올라 하지
랩이나 해.
So mean. Their relationship.
형 바쁘신데 갑작스럽게 또 전화를 드려가지고
의리
이상한 거 얘기했는데 다음 미션 곡을 정했어요.
무슨 곡?
Don't Like.
네. 저희 둘이 지금 하는 걸로 봐서는 랩도 랩인데 퍼포먼스가 좀 많이 나올 것 같아요. 해봐.
네.
Oh my gosh.
Look at him. He's like,
It's like you don't.
일단 아이디어는 많으니까.
너무 과하면 안 돼. 너희 둘 다 약간 스타일이 좀 건이는 되게 지르는 스타일이고 너는 되게 저음으로 되게 지르는 스타일이야. 근데 내가 봤을 때 주원이는 솔직히 조금 느낌을 좀 안다? 리듬감이 있어. 근데 건이 너 같은 경우는 그때도 얘기했지. 되게 너는 촌스러운 티가 있다고.
저는 어떤 게 촌티?
Oh, good. Finally.
리듬이 촌스러워서 그래 사실.
리듬이요?
그리고 박자 너 너무 맘대로 막 타. 뭐 촌스럽다, 박자 맘대로 막 탄다. 그런 점들 다 종합해서 얘기했을 때 랩 못한다고 하는 거야. 랩 못한다고 하는 거야.
wow. Ouch.
여기 휴지 좀 주세요.
있는 사람들은 그 레벨 이상으로 올라가지는 않는다 잘. 근데 건이 같은 경우는 이미 랩을 못하니까
눈물 나올 것 같은데.
휴지 좀 갖다 줄까?
그 올라갈 수 있는 여지가 충분히 있는 거야. 너가 일단 좀 더 자극을 받았으면 좋겠어. 자극을 받고 이번에 좀 제대로 잘 보여줬으면 좋겠어. 아무튼 잘해.
네,
화이팅해.
감사합니다.
다음에 또 보자.
So he hates the song.
I think so.
네가 랩을 못한다고 생각해본 적이 한 번도 없잖아. 지금 방금 너는 그 말에 갑자기 너무 많이 흔들려 버린 것 같았어.
야, 당연히 안 흔들리냐? 랩을 못한다는데? 진짜 내가 갖고 있는 게 뭘까? 주원이는 그 친구가 갖고 있는 무기들이 되게 많거든요. 랩도 잘하고 표정이나 제스처나 이런 게 완벽하거든요. 근데 저를 보면은 갖고 있는 거라고는 진짜 랩인데 이제 3등 했고 쟤를 진짜 어떻게 이겨야 되지?
주원이 생각에는
네.
주원이가 랩을 더 잘해요? 사건이 랩을 더 잘해요?
제가요.
Of course, you have to believe in yourself.
제가 더 잘해요.
That's what he was telling him. I don't
Yeah.
think you're a bad rapper. Don't listen to him.
네가 나 보고 이렇게 좀 스탑을 해주고 그 다음에 이렇게 가야 돼. 근데 이제 여기도 그대로 가도 될 것 같아. 그래? 저 옷을 벗어 그냥.
돌지 말까?
돌지 마. 하면 네가 여기서 무릎 꿇는 거야.
결국 둘 중에 한 명은 꼭 떨어져야만 되는 요 상황이 됐어. 누가 이길 것 같아요?
이 친구는 진짜 약간 진짜 괴물 느낌이라서 위압감이 있었어요. 같이 연습하면서. 괴물이에요, 괴물.
이미 쫄았네, 샵거는.
네, 많이 쫄았습니다.
Oh no. I wish he faked it until he made it.
I know.
Always fake until you make it.
우승자였고 딱 판가름 해주는 그런 무대잖아요.
음원은 제가 갖고 왔습니다. 1등은 제가 할게요.
그래도 내가 이기면 좋겠는데 이런 게 생기니까
여기서 에너지를 얼마나 보여줄지가 궁금하다.
기대된다.
준비됐어? 난 준비됐어. 우리 꿈이 벌써 현실이 됐어. 한번 놀아보자고. 오케이, yes sir. 문제. 문제.
happening
누가
right
날
now?
이렇게
Oh my
만들었어?
gosh.
다 니들을 이렇게 만들었어. 뱅뱅. 우리 묶어놨다 됐다 붙여놨다 모두 다 해봐봐. 왜 아직도 우리를 몰라? 왜 몰라? 왜 몰라? 주거니 박거니 주허니 샷거니 누군지 알아보고 왜 몰라? 왜 몰라? 궁합에 찾다 궁합 우린 환상의 콤바인 나 수학은 잘 못해 그 문제가 많아.
That's a really good line.
Right?
성질들을 나누 공식적으로 발표해 꼴대가 반항아 이제 잘 봐도 학교 선생 멘탈 제대로 뒤집어 널 반항아 샵건 내가 아주 군 무대에서 막들 때 너 힘 봐주고 무대에서 사돈에 벌써 이긴 것 같은 넉다운 시킨 것 같은 기분 요새 내가 담배라면 불만이 있어도 빌어먹을 자존심만큼은 목표 누구보지 무엇보다 할 말을 꼭 해 죽어있던 단어들의 수위를 높여 남들을 위로 보고 올라가지만 이미 내가 밟고 있는 것은 우주선 타고 샷건이와 엔텍 위에서 요동치는 파도 like 리듬 파워 문제 누가 날 이렇게 만들었어 헤이 다 니들이 이렇게 만들었어 뱅뱅 우리 묶어놨을 때 붙여놨을 때 모두 다 해봐봐 왜 아직도 우리를 몰라 서울의 마을 스타시 빌딩 2층 보컬룸 건창 랩에 미쳤다는 Yes I'm 모더쿠 내 랩에 홀려 한 곳에 피가 또 쏠렸고 위아래로 왔다 갔다 로테이션 중 하늘 버하는 인물들다 박살내버리는 중 여전히 고급 누군가들에게 침해를 중 내 한계 갱싹돌 무지야 랩하게 있어 입싹 다 무지라고 하지 뭔 말들이 그리도 마치 날 문자로 만든 건 너 이제와 연락하지마 꺼져 I don't give a shit What you talking about 여긴 나 같은 컬러가 먹히나봐 I'm rocky가 자꾸 여기나봐 성구가 기본 가려가며 Yes my rap 겁나 고맙다 문자로 만든 너의 떡인가봐 아직 할 말 남았어 매 다산마귀 같아 양손에 하나씩 하는 사람들 뿐이잖아 그래 우린 하나 손 들어봐봐 뭐 어쩔 건데 우린 책임봐라
We're still not done. He said he was going to take off his clothes.
누가 날 이렇게 만들었어 다 니들이 이렇게 만들었어 뱅뱅 우리 묶어놨을 때도 붙여놨다 모두 다 해봐봐 왜 아직도 우리는 몰라?
So good.
You did really, really well.
진짜 나오는 것도 아니지. 둘이는 근데 진짜 한 몸 같다. 호흡이 어떻게 이렇게 됐다고 진짜 둘이 절친이구나. 놀래켜줘서 고마워요.
감사합니다.
아니 근데 기억은 나요? 지금 무대를 어떻게 했는지?
아니 기억은 잘 안 나는데.
그죠? 저렇게 했는데 어떻게 기억이 나?
제가 지금 화장실 가고 싶은데 잠시 잊고 있어요.
So random.
TMI. Your rap's so good I don't have to pee.
Yeah.
그래서
너네 회사 진짜 잔인하다.
그런 것 같습니다.
아니 어떡하지 이거?
일단 둘 다 너무 무대에 빠져 있고 에너지도 너무 좋았고 했는데 샷건이는 좀 많이 흥분했어. 솔직히 얘기하면.
확실히 괴물이긴 해서 제가 좀 더 악서 보려고 했던 것 같아요.
마치 주원이가 메인 래퍼고 옆에 어떤 하이퍼맨처럼 네가 메인 래퍼라는 느낌이 안 드는 느낌.
Disagree, but
저는 오버하는 것도 좀 좋아요.
Yes.
나도 오버하거든 무대 가면은 생각이 없어져 그냥. 와우! 그냥 진짜 이렇게 나오는 거야. 이 똘끼 보이는 것도 너무 좋아요.
근데 저 샷건 씨한테 해주고 싶은 말이 있는데 계속 잘한다고 했잖아요. 근데 너무 괴물로만 보지 마세요. 또 다른 괴물일 수도 있잖아요. 왜냐면 제가 효린 언니 그렇게 보거든요. 근데 그러면 안 돼요. 왜냐면 내가 이기겠다! 그런 마음으로. 그래요.
날 이길 수 없어.
왜냐면
날 이길 수 없어.
왜냐면 아까 말했잖아요. 그러니까 이게 자신감이 떨어질 수 있으니까 어쨌든 아직 남은 경쟁이 많잖아요.
알아들었어요. 딱.
See, that was good advice right there.
Yeah.
Like, be confident.
둘이 있었을 때 진짜 좋은 호흡을 보여줬다고 생각이 드는데 샷건의 단점은 사라지고 주원군의 장점이 약간 사라진 것 같은 그런 느낌이랄까? 샷건이 더 매력적이었던 것 같기도 하다라는 생각이 들고 주원이가 떨어진다 이런 생각을 처음 해보게 된 것 같아요.
Disagree, but okay.
Main disagree.
지코랑 비슷하다는 생각을 많이 했는데 두 명의 에미넴은 필요 없고 두 명의 투팍은 필요가 없는 거예요. 뭐가 지코랑 자기랑 되게 큰 차이라고 생각을 해요?
딕션이나 이런 게 비슷한 게 좀 있는 것 같아요. 모션이나 에너지 자체가 다른 에너지지 않나라는 생각도.
지코나 개코나 다 바를 수 있다.
하면 할 수 있어요.
See, that's how Gun needs to talk.
네 명에서 1등한 래퍼는 효린이랑 산이랑 셋이서 해서 음원 내는 거 들었어요 혹시?
네, 들었습니다.
아하. 우리는 곡을 미리 들었거든요. 더 어울릴까 이거를 되게 생각하면서 좀 많이 봤었어요.
자, 발표하도록 하겠습니다. 두 연습생 모두 자기 자리로.
I mean, how can you decide?
I know, it's so tough.
이걸 많이 하더라고요.
뭐 이렇게 해가지고
Right? I'm surprised these two didn't end up as a duo.
I know, right?
가야겠다.
Yeah, they should just
좋은
debut.
무대를 보여줘서 심사하는 입장에서 너무 고맙기도 하지만 굉장히 원망스럽기도 합니다. 오늘 무대 탈락자 후보는요?
I do not have any clue.
둘이는 근데 진짜 한 몸 같다.
저렇게 했는데 어떻게 기억이 나?
감사합니다. 재밌게 해주셔서.
아유, 어떡하지 이거? 탈락자 후보는요?
이겨야죠. 잘한 것 같아요. 아쉬움은 하나도 없어요.
아, 나 진짜 됐나? 확실히 많이 좋은 말 받아서 내가 좀 진짜 승산이 있겠구나.
오늘 무대 탈락자 후보는요? 너무 좋은 무대였습니다. 샵건입니다. 샵건입니다.
I mean, the other two rappers are gonna have to kill it to beat that. I'm not sure they can. Look at him, he's still happy.
Yeah.
내가 잘하면 진짜 넘을 수도 있겠다. 이런 생각 들어서 하나도 안 아쉬워요, 진짜. 아우.
He needs to remember that feeling.
Yes.
And be like that all the time.
진짜 멋있었어. 진짜 완전 멋있었어. 아, 주원이랑 그래도 약간 견줬다는 게 좀 약간 오늘 저의 선물인 것 같아요. 야, 왜 자꾸 그렇게 생각해?
See?
잘한다 해, 너도.
그래도 약간 성공한 느낌이야.
잘했어, 너.
수고했다.
Oh no, are they watching the first episode? We were also like, what the hell?
Yeah.
광지형보다는 재능을 내는 거
Oh. Confessionals are where you get in trouble.
Yes.
더 잘하는 레벨. 더 잘하는 레벨.
Oh no.
저는 언제 나와요? 아, 난 언제 나와? 아.
out of the low tone rappers.
와 진짜 예상이 못했던 그림인데요? 와 미친놈이야. 나와 보여.
This is gonna be interesting.
광재형 같은
Yeah.
경우에는 수능 날에도 수능 도시락도 싸주고 워낙 성격이 되게 좋은 형이라서 평소에 엄청 잘 챙겨주는 것 같아요.
평소에 윤호랑 되게 친했어요.
They like purposely put friends against friends.
Yeah.
이제 슬슬 정해볼까? 아, 나 저번에 너가 했던 그 인스트도 너무 좋아가지고.
나 처음에 이렇게 몽환적으로 가다가 여기서 약간 좀 더 약간 트랩으로 넘어갔으면 좋겠어.
야, 왔어.
생각나는 거 있거든.
어디서 이런 거 구해왔대 또. 기특해. 아우.
제가 평소에 마음에 들어 하던 비트를 광재형이 엄청 좋다고 그러더라고요. 확실히 광재형하고 하길 잘했구나.
아이고.
그러니까 저희는 그런 걸 얘기 안 한다고.
뭐 하고 계시나요?
안녕하세요.
지금? 우리 진짜 팀 이름 뭔지 알아?
6-5 유거. 이 아니에요.
6-5?
유거. 너 가.
그냥 숨기고 있어 지금.
둘이 경쟁하는 거야. 나중에.
둘이 경쟁하는 거라고요.
그렇지, 경쟁하기 이전 일단 우리는 팀으로서 한 무대를 해야 되니까.
좋은 무대를 보여줘야 되는 게 맞는 거야.
샷건, 주헌, 뱅뱅, 뱅뱅.
이런 거 있냐?
예? 형이 있으니까 자신감이 생기더라고.
이게 하니까 그래서 너 이제 잊어버려.
오랜만 안 했어?
너 왼발.
숨이 차올라 에이 땀을
여기서 크게
닦아
최대한.
이 마지막이라도 난
봐. 똑같이 해줘야 돼. 가운데에서 위쪽으로 하자.
형 근데 이거 내가 생각해봤는데 좀 약간 자연스럽게 가야 되지 않을까? 그래서 같이 맞추려고 하는데
맞추려고 하지 마. 내가 너한테 맞추면 돼. 내가 너의 거울이니까.
되게 배려를 되게 많이 해주더라고요, 광재형이. 그래서 되게 엄청 좋았던 것 같아요.
살아서 남아야 하는데 하루가 빠르게 갈 때는 곧
평소에 제 자신이 좀 많이 자신감 없고 약간 그런 게 있었거든요. 사실 랩한 지는 2년 정도 됐고.
Oh, this is the kid who's been there longer than what's her name, right?
좀 심하게 와가지고.
Yeah.
초기까지 와가지고
Heorin.
노래도 못하고 랩도 못하는 상황이 와가지고.
너가 랩이 약하다는 편견을 부셔버려. 난 정말 너의 톤 자체가 너무 좋아. 근데 너가 그걸 자꾸 쟤네를 따라가려고 그래. 근데 어제 분명히 심사위원분들 그랬어. 처음 듣고 소름 돋았다고.
드라이같이 모두 날 말려도 그 미소를 볼 때
처음에 톤이 너무 아름답고 섹시했거든요.
그것만 보여주면 되는 거야 너는. 그리고 다른 부분은 이제 내가 더 노력해서 같이 서로 하면 되니까. 잘할 수 있어.
광재형이 마인드 컨트롤도 되게 많이 해주고.
Mind control. I'm hoping that's a translation error.
스트레스를 좀 덜 받았던 것 같아요.
으로 이겨야겠다보다 그냥 저희 무대가 6팀 중에 가장 기억에 남았으면 좋겠어.
That's the smart thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
저희는 6번, 5번, 6, 5, 6, 5.
둘이 한 팀을 이뤄서 무대를 해야 된다 그랬을 때 기분이 어땠어요?
네, 설렜어요. 처음 맞춰보는 거라서.
누가 이길 것 같아? 둘 다 이겼으면 좋겠어요.
자, 그럼 무대 보도록 하겠습니다.
That's a good answer.
Right?
몇 시간도 못 잔 아침도 멀씨 그래 차비 없지 돈 안 버니까 이 현실 감은 날 깨우지 손머리 위로 깍지껴 기지개 피게 하니까 진짜 의지로 알고 불안감에 쌓였던 기분을 긍정으로 타협하려 해도 6년의 결과 6번이지 가며 늘서 부모님 앞에서 그저 미안해서 나 혼자 또 계속 울어 구석이 안에서 살아서 남아야 하는데 하루가 빠르게 갈 때는 곧 앞날이 막힌 것 마냥 내 자신을 탓하고 한숨을 쉴 때면 다시 길을 악물고 잠잘 때마저 길을 갈아 포기 I don't know.
I see what he means by he's trying to do Juhan.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to.
No.
Yeah. 넘겨진 달력은 수십 장째 꿈은 자꾸 숨기만 해 두려운 마음은 눈곱대 내고 랩을 뱉는 순간마저 날 유혹해 대도 하고 싶은 걸 했지 아마 난 꼭 이룰게 꿈을 담아 새벽에 집을 나선 엄마의 발걸음이 보기 싫어 지름길을 택해 자율파로 내 꿈이 남들의 구경거리가 된다 해도 가식적인 놈이라고 날 욕해도 그저 내 얘기를 하고 싶어서 잡았던 펜이 내 동생들을 밟기 위해 끈적인데도 다른 방법이 없어 나를 간절히 더 써내려가 날 돈다발로 보는 장사치들을 매장시키러 이 악물고 버텼으니 결국 난 지금 여기서 외부에 쏘이 차올라 땀을 닦아 이 마지막이라도 난 계속 걸어가 결국엔 일어나 날 믿어 방금까지 가 날 지켜 숨이 차올라 눈물을 닦아 이게 끝이라 해도 난 계속 걸어가 결국엔 일어나 날 믿어 방금까지 날 봐
I like their staging.
Yeah. It's kind of an odd pairing.
차 때 너희를 봤을 때 무난히 광지가 이기겠다 이렇게 생각하고 봤거든. 근데 윤호가 너무 잘해줘서 굉장히 헷갈리고 있어.
Awkward.
이제 광지는 랩을 할 때 나나나나나나나나나나나나 이런 발성은 목도 쉬기도 좋고 과장된 느낌을 주기 때문에 좋은 발성 같아요.
자, 일단 처음 올라왔던 자기 위치로 돌아가 주시기
Yikes, that was like 2 seconds.
Right? This must be an editing thing too. 'Cause
Yeah.
They don't want to spend too much time on these two guys.
자, 오늘 6호 팀의 탈락 후보는 광지입니다.
Honestly, I like his voice and his style better than that guy. But I agree that it didn't sound like the same song. It was like 2 different songs mushed together.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't really cohesive. It was kind of odd.
So I feel like since he went first, it felt like that was the real song.
평가해줬던 것 같아. 정말 더 열심히 해야 될 거야.
네, 알겠습니다.
I feel bad saying that because I know he's been training like forever.
Oh.
강준한테 진짜 미안하다. 뻥 아니고 진짜. 그래서 무대에 이제 진짜 심사평 말고 강준 생각밖에 안 나고.
Oh.
That's sweet.
나 끝나서 형 생각밖에 안 나는 거야.
Oh.
그리고 진짜 이게 너무 미안해요.
Oh.
래퍼는 끝났네. 수고했다 래퍼들.
Maybe he's such like a sunshine. Oh, he is the
Right?
sunshine. So positive.
He wants everyone to feel good.
4명 중에서 1등한 래퍼는 효린이랑 산이랑 음원되는 거 들었어요 혹시?
네, 들었습니다.
이건 뭐 바로 1등 먹고 가는 거네 뭐.
It's gotta be Juhan, right?
자, 니들이 이렇게 만들었어. 뱅뱅. 우리 묶어놨다 됐다 붙여놨다 모두 다 해봐봐. 불에 쏘이 차올라 땀을 닦아 이 마지막이라도 난 계속 걸어가.
Okay, let's go.
That's right.
Yes.
녹음도 되게 강하네.
I recognize those dimples.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, guys.
발표하도록 하겠습니다.
산이와 효린이와 함께 음원을 발매할 우리 친구는요.
I'm surprised they're showing us this so early.
Yeah.
주원이. 축하해.
I mean, he's already been on other
오늘
artists'
진짜 멋있었어.
I mean,
records, so.
it only makes sense.
내가 1등을 한 거에 대해서 참 잘했구나 라는 생각이 들 정도로 너무 영광스럽고 솔직히 좀 믿기지가 않거든요. 그냥 너무 좋아요. 너무 영광스럽고.
주하이 나와요. 시작하기 전 준비 운동 필수 right? 근육이 놀랄 수도
Look how happy he looks.
머리깨 갈 테니까 몸도 풀고 Let's keep going 고민하지 마 딱 하루만 쓰고
너무 좋았는데 이거 그냥 그대로 갈 거 같은데.
나도.
아 정말.
해볼까?
네 이거 킵하고.
이놈의 씩씩 적당히 할 생각은 마라. 처음부터 다시.
Cute.
처음부터 다시. 너무 좋아.
제대로 널 가르쳐 운동을 쉬는 게 아니야 이제 매일 해.
오 좋은데? 되게 재밌는데 되게 포인트 있는 것 같아. 난 이거 좋은데?
저도요.
노멀하지가 않은 것 같아.
수고하셨습니다.
수고했어. 좋은데?
The first one's just a warm up. Let the guy do at least 5.
Yeah.
훨씬 더 좋을 것 같아. 사람들이 음악으로 들었을 때도 너 이름을 인지를 할 수가 있는 거잖아. 그래서 형은 맨 처음 때 맨날 내 이름 넣었어. 산 A. You know what it is? 산 A. 계속 내 이름 넣었어.
You honey 100.
녹음 많이 하는 게 느는 것 같아요. 되게.
맞아.
네.
누나 원래 녹음실 공포증 있었어.
아 진짜요?
나는 아무것도 모르고 프로젝트 그룹을 준비를 하겠다는 거야. 그래서 녹음실을 처음 가서 처음 노래를 불러봤어. 그러니까 내 목소리를 마이크로 처음 들은 거지. 헤드폰으로. 그냥 녹음실을 처음 들어갔는데 당연히 모를 수밖에 없는데 막 소리를 지르고 화를 내는 거야 나한테. 나가지고 그때 이후로 녹음실 공포증이 생겨갖고 녹음실에서 녹음을 못했어. 그러다가 여기 와서 그룹 준비하면서 무슨 곡을 하나 받아갖고 그걸 녹음을 하는데 너무 도망가고 싶었는데 내가 우리 사장님이랑 이사님 여기 앉아있으니까 창피하게 하면 안 되겠다. 내가 여기서 못하고 그냥 나오면 내가 이 사람들 얼굴에 먹칠하는 게 되겠구나. 그래서 12시간 동안 한 발짝도 안 나오고 저기서 녹음을 해서 밥 한 끼도 안 먹고.
와 12시간.
그때 부스도 되게 조금 했어. 근데 부스 안에 비상구 문이 하나 있었다? 나 거기로 진짜 도망갈 뻔했어 진짜로. 막 지르는 게 있는데 그거를 3,000번을 시키는 거야. 근데 내가 3,000번을 하고 목이 쉬면 또 자존심 상할 것 같은 거야. 다시 할게요. 다시 할 수 있어. 다시 할게요. 그래서 3,000번을 했어. 진짜 죽을 뻔했어. 그때 나 나왔을 때 사장님이랑 이사님 말은 안 했는데 진짜 독하다. 10년 넘게 이러면서 저렇게 독하다는 처음 본다고.
와.
그때 한번 들어가서 12시간 정도 녹음하고 나서 또 녹음실 공포증이 없어졌지.
와.
죽을 뻔했어 그때는 누나 진짜.
저 죽어도 그렇게 못할 것 같아요.
그래갖고 누나 그랬던 기억이 있지. 누나 원래 녹음실에서 녹음을 많이 해본 경험이 없어. 그 녹음실에서 많이 녹음을 해보는 게 진짜 좋거든.
She just explained why she hates them.
왜냐면 뻔하지 않아. 많이 하지 않는 소재로 이렇게 한 거 되게 특이한 것 같아. 그리고 차트에는 뭐 그냥 올해는 못 있을 거야.
배치로 배치.
나와서 맨 처음에 노래 좋아 근데 난 진짜 마음에 들어. 이게 뭐 어떻게 하든지 솔직히 상관없이 노래 자체가 너무 마음에 들고 오늘 한 랩이 너무 마음에 들어서.
That's nice.
랩이 너무 좋아.
오케이 오늘 다 끝난 건가 해산?
수고하셨습니다. 주원이가 코치입니다. 어떻게 했을까 궁금하시죠? 음원으로 확인하세요.
Plug. Plug, plug, plug. Of course, we'll have to listen to it.
비주얼 팀이지 얘네가.
Yes.
And a prop.
안녕하세요. 저희는 형원 원호입니다. 저희는 팀명은 형원호입니다.
They're terrible. They're embarrassed already.
Yes, they both know it too.
저스틴 팀버레이크님의 섹시백이라는 노래인데요.
Oh my gosh, she's already
섹시백은
giggling.
저희만의 스타일로 저희가 입는 의상에 좀 힘을 줬는데 컨셉은 예. 저희가 벤틀리를 탄다면 이런 옷을 입을 것 같은 의상 컨셉입니다.
That's the concept.
일단 준비한 무대 보도록 하겠습니다.
Let's go!
Oh my gosh.
노멀씨를 통해 데뷔하게 될 저희들의 팀 이름을 공모합니다. 아래 주소로 지금부터 바로 참여 가능합니다. 기존 힙합 보이그룹과는 확연히 다른 매력을 가진 저희들만의 팀 이름 많이 참여해주세요.
So cute.
나랑 기리보이 씨와 함께 음원을 발매하게 될 친구는
2차 데뷔 미션 음원 발매 미션 탈락자
Oh my gosh.
발표하도록 하겠습니다. 오늘의 탈락자는
너무 잔인하다.
My gosh, they took someone's face off. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, honestly, this episode wasn't so bad. Like,
No, this was a lot better.
A lot better. I felt like I was very infuriated in the last episode on how the judging was. Ugh, the judging was not the best, to put it lightly. But this time around, I felt like they actually gave constructive criticism, which is like all that we're asking for. You know, we're not asking for unicorns and rainbows. You know.
We just want them to take it seriously. The other episode, it felt like they were being like really flippant. Like it was just fair. It seemed like they were doing it for laughs to be mean.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's talk about the performances.
Yes.
So Joohwan and Sharp Gun. Okay, so Mon Baby, like in our comment section, they're like, okay, we kind of understand why, you know, Sharp Gun didn't make it because they were too similar, you know. And our response was like, well, we haven't really seen, you know, much of Sharp Gun yet. We obviously know Joohoney for sure, you know, because hello, you know.
Hello.
Yeah. So I do kind of see that they do have very similar rap styles, you know.
I mean, they do and they don't. They're both like a little like intense and but I don't think they necessarily like Joohwan has this amazing ability, which I think he's so good at, where he'll do a verse at like hyper speed, but then he knows he's smart enough to slow it down for the chorus to give our ears a chance to relax and reset and to give you something, a singable thing in the middle. He knows you're not going to know all his rap, but at the chorus, you can be like, hell yeah, ba, da, da. You know, like, so he does a good job of hooking us there, but then he impresses us when he does his part. And I feel like Gun doesn't necessarily do that. I do think it's interesting. He did rap on the beat here, and I feel like that was deliberate. So he sounded more like Joohwan here, I think, than he did in the first performance.
Yeah. And I wonder if it's because of what Mad Clown said that affected
100%.
him.
100%.
So, I mean...
Which is a little ironic, because their song's kind of about not giving a shit what anyone else thinks.
Yeah.
And they wrote it together. So I know there's got to be times where he feels that way, but I can understand the pressure of this show, the idea that like you could act like you are literally this close to debuting. And you have a lot of respect for the guy you're up against. So I understand feeling a little like hesitant. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, they were surprised with what he did. It's almost harder for Joohwan because he's already at a high level. If you start at a 9, it's pretty hard to stay at a 9 or 10.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, Gun improved maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure I liked it better. I wouldn't say I liked it better. I liked it.
I disagreed with the judge when he said that I'm with you on this one, in terms of him being a hype man. I didn't
get that.
I didn't get that vibe either. Like I felt like they were both main rappers.
Yeah.
Like, that's the feeling I got.
Juhan was doing all the ad libs during his rap like he always does, like, woo! Yeah. Like, you know, it's not like, I mean, they were both doing it for each other. And it wasn't necessarily hype manning to me. It was more like appreciation. You know, like it was like, you said something cool, I agree. Hell yeah. Get it. And I did think they both got a real chance to shine. I mean, Juhani, like I said, had that really fast part. And then Gun, when he was like crouched on the floor and kind of like creeping up, and then he stood all the way up, like I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I really did appreciate, it's not he or in, it's the other girl, I can't pronounce her name, like, so I'm not even try. She starts with S. And
the very nice one who always, everyone, it seems like she gives them constructive criticism.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or tells them what she likes in a specific way. Like, I like how you did this specifically, you know?
Yeah. For her, like, I really appreciated her saying like, well, you know, confidence, you know, like, and that wasn't an issue. Like, you know, if I were there, I would tell him like, you know, when you're on stage, it's okay to feel the way that you're feeling, like, oh my gosh, you know, like how
everyone feels that way.
Yeah. How am I supposed to go against my friend who is really, really good? But man, once you're on stage, like, and you're competing, like, you gotta be like super confident. And like, even though you have those feelings, don't say it out loud, you know? Like,
and he was during the song. Yes. Again, we were getting those annoying questions right before they, you know, go out that are like designed to make you feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, and that's for them to like get into your head, right? You know, like I feel like
but you have to be stronger than that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's part of the challenge, unfortunately.
And so, and I liked how the other group was like, we're trying to do the best that we can, you know, like, you know, that was like a great answer, you know. But like in Sharp Gun's case, like, you know, don't show your true colors, you know, like that, you know, like
yeah, I think he was a little too honest.
Yeah, he's way too honest, you know, which we appreciate, but at the same time, it's like you're competing.
Save it for the confessional.
Yes, the interviews.
Save it for the interviews.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I really liked it. I thought it was good, and I thought their teamwork was good. Their staging was crazy.
It was great.
I was like, oh, what's happening? But yeah, I thought they really like matched up to each other. They both got a chance to shine. And one of the things I love about Juhani is that he is so he's not a hog. He's not a spotlight hog. No. Like when Sharp Gun's rapping, he is almost halfway turned or 3/4 way turned towards him because it's not about him right now.
Yeah.
But when he's rapping, it's full out. You know what I mean? But he knows how to share the stage, which I feel like a lot of people who are as good as him don't know how to do.
Yeah.
So I thought both of them were really generous that way. I feel like Sharp Gun because he's a little intimidated, but Juhan because he thinks he's a good rapper. He wants them both to look good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like really torn because I was like, it was so good. Why can't they both be safe?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I was just like, Rah. And I was gonna say about the other female judge that we like, the nicer one. What you said when she was like telling him about confidence and stuff. What I loved the most was that she made a comparison to herself. Instead of just being like, you can't be like that, you need to be more confident.
Yeah.
She was like, I understand when I have to sing with that one, it's like scary.
Yeah.
But you have to be more confident, you know, like,
yeah.
I thought that was nice because I feel like she makes the guys feel like, I've been through this. Let's do it. Like where some of the other people, they pretend like they haven't done all this. It's like, you did this.
Yeah.
Like, oh, now you're too good. Please.
Yeah. 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 I like that personal connection that she did as well.
Yeah. You know? I just thought it was much more, I could see how he like could understand it, but it's hard to understand. Be more confident. You're like, oh, okay, I'll try.
Yeah.
But it's like, I get it. Sometimes you're up against a monster, but and I loved how she was like, but you're a monster too.
Yes.
Like, recognize.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't fault Juhan. I think I even said that. Like when they were like, who's gonna win? And he was like, me. Because that's how you have to be. I remember I had a friend once who I was like worried about getting into colleges, and like I was, auditioning for like acting schools and stuff like this. And she just said to me once, and I always remember it, she said, somebody has to make it, why not you?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's how you have to think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be worried about how good everyone else is. You just have to remember how good you are.
Exactly.
It'll change your whole vibe.
Yeah, your whole perspective.
Juhan has that.
Oh, yes, he does.
He's like, I'm going to make it. So it's either this or the next thing. Doesn't matter.
And you definitely have to have that mentality, because like you can't.
Because you're going to hear a lot of no's, more no's than yeses.
Exactly. And though I will say though, like even though he was not chosen, Sharp Gun, he. Like I was really happy for him still, because he had that feeling of like, hey, maybe I can go against my friend, and
the way he took those comments was really good.
Yeah.
Because some people would have been like, oh, I still didn't make it. But he heard all that good stuff. He really heard it. Some people can't hear that stuff. Like if they're not number one, that's that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I know he was so cute when he was like, meh, 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 meh.
Yes, he was so good.
I also loved how there were like 3 different endings, and they kept being like, "We ain't done." I just thought
that was so cute.
And at the end, the judges were like, "Are you done now? Like, can we talk?" But like, they weren't mad at it. They thought it was adorable.
Yeah, and it was,
Yeah, it really was. It really was. It's interesting. Yeah, are they similar styles? Yes, but they are. The colors and the tones are. I feel like maybe they're both blue, but one's indigo and one's sky. It's different.
Yeah. And then, what did you think about the low tone rappers?
Oh yeah,
Kwangji and Yunho.
Yeah. Sorry, one last thing. I just wanted to say, Mad Clown ate his words. By the way, he was like totally into Juhan and Sharp Gun's song, and he was kind of a shady at the cafe. So I just wanted to say that because you could see on his face that he was like really into it. Sorry. The battle of the low rappers, I said this during the show, and I feel bad about it, guys. I feel bad about it. But like, I mean, I think the older guy has a better tone and more expression, but I think he should have gone first. I really think that those were 2 disconnected songs. I was very confused. Like, and you and I like plenty of songs where like the beat changes or it like slows down or turns up. But these were both like medium paced. So I felt like, I don't know. I can see why they thought they should go together, but they didn't. And I think the person who went first had an advantage because then that was what they were expecting. So when it was such a sharp pivot and it wasn't like hyped up, but still slowed down, I feel like it was just like a weird adjustment.
So you think Yunho, he pretty much set the tone for the both of them.
Yeah.
And like Kwangji couldn't make a comeback from that at all.
Well, and the sad thing is, I think, I liked Kwangji's lyrics better. I honestly think his voice is better. I mean, they're saying they're both low-toned rappers, but Kwangji's like a low-toned rapper.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think he can, even when he's talking, he can't get very high.
Yeah.
And his voice is like more lush. It's like warmer. I just feel like there's more of it. It's more resonant in his chest.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds so good. It's weird because I feel like it's hard not to be like, Yuho, right? Yuho did the best, but I really just think it was about placement. I think if Kwangji had gone first, they would have said he did better.
Yeah. It's interesting, like this performance didn't really captivate me as much.
Although great staging. The staging was so good.
Yeah, staging was great, but
the song didn't live up to it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have like a I guess the opposite thought, like of Kwanji. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, like I want to say like I wasn't like a huge fan of his rapping, you know.
Okay.
So, but I mean, you know, but they both didn't really stand out to me, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe it's a song that they picked, you know, like you
Well,
said,
it sounded like they wrote their own song, right?
Oh, I'm not sure, you know, but
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
it's a song that they've written, it wasn't to both to their advantage, you know,
Yeah.
like because like you're supposed to be cohesive first, right? And
Mhm.
so and then they could judge like who's like the better rapper or whatnot. But I mean,
And they didn't do very much together.
No.
Even though the staging was cool, the whole point of the staging was separation.
Mhm.
Whereas Sharpgun and Juhan, the whole point was to, you know, be bros, messing around, troublemakers, getting up to shit together, which
Yeah.
is a lot more fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like more like you can relate to it maybe a little bit more. I thought the other rap, it was a little, it's funny. I have no problem with slow raps. Love them. There's some great ones. Some of my favorite, you know, raps are, you know, Most Def has this amazing song it's like a love song, but it's like a low tempo rap, and it's like his best song.
Yeah.
I'm totally blanking on right now, and I know you guys are thinking, what is that song? I will put it in the comments later. Brown Eyed something. I don't remember. But but I just felt like this was, it's funny because he told Yuho not to stop trying to be Juhan, but then there was a moment in his rap where he also kind of was doing Juhan.
Yeah.
So I also felt like he had a lot less rap. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
bad. I just like his voice better, I guess is what it is. He's not better than Juhan and Sharpgun, but
Yeah.
I like him better than Yuho. Sorry, Yuho.
I mean, it's fair, you know? So, and again, like, I feel like maybe if they chose a different song that would make them both
Mhm.
shine, like Juhani
Yeah.
and Sharpgun, it'd be a different
Yeah.
story.
And like Kian and Shonu, I was thinking part of their issue was that song.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yes.
I mean, it was right. I feel like it was in a bad portion of Shonu's range.
Yeah.
He couldn't really show off what he could do. It was like slightly, it was like in, you know, the break in between your low and your high for him. And like, nobody sounds great in those two notes.
It was too much of a compromise on both ends. That was the issue between the two of them, you know?
Yeah. And for these guys, I really think that they were working together as a team, but it was mostly Kwanji trying to make sure that Yuho would feel good.
Yeah.
And I think that hurt him.
Yeah. I could see that. Yeah.
But I did like how they like are friends and like each other. And
Oh my
I mean, that's all
gosh.
cute. I like their backstory,
Mm-hmm.
but meh. Terrible.
No, but you're talking about the performance, though. We're talking
Yeah.
about the performance. You
Yeah, I
know?
agree with you. It was forgettable's the word.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, my word is mediocre.
I mean, nobody's like just watching that part over and over again. I'm sure if we checked the most watch parts, that's not it.
No.
Ooh, but what'd you think about Minhyuk and is it Saquon?
Yeah, Saquon. Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, Minhyuk only like he has like this way with the crowd, you know, and this is why he debuted. You know, one of the reasons why he debuted. He knows how to lighten the mood, you know, and he's nicknamed the Sunshine of Monsta X for a reason.
He can
You know?
connect with anyone, a crowd of any size or one person with literally 2 sentences.
Yeah, yeah. And so they were right after Shonu and Kihyun.
Which must have been terrible.
Yeah, which is like terrifying, right? Because
Mhm.
it's like now like you feel like the judges are gonna pounce on you after that whole
Right, they're in a bad mood. They're
Yeah,
like, there's
ugh.
like this weird like vibe in the whole place.
Yeah. It's like, how do you come back from that? And here comes Minhyuk. you know,
Right.
lightening up the mood. And like one of the judges said, that's like a skill within itself, you know, like
Mhm.
that's something like being a mood maker is not easy, you know,
No,
like,
and it is a lot of pressure. Guess what? There's days you don't want to do it.
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We're all human, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he makes it seem effortless and easy. And we know that's, I mean, we've watched enough to know that that's mostly him
Yeah. That's totally
90% of the
him.
time. But
Yeah.
this is a high pressure cooker situation. The fact that he still is able to turn it on when you know he's shaking in his little boots
Yeah.
is kind of amazing. Like that kind of confidence and like who gives a like even when what's her name said, "Oh, I was thinking it's the weirdos."
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Which why would you say that right before
Wow.
people are singing?
Yeah.
But she was only saying it because she was like, "Oh, they're cute now." But still, like with all that pressure and you're about to sing, it's not like it's over yet. And the fact that he can joke before and like get them in a better mood, which was the smartest thing he could have done.
Exactly. I mean, like they could have gone on stage being really shaken up too, like, and that
Yeah.
would have set the whole tone, like,
Because
for the
everyone said
performance.
Shonu and Kihan's going to kill it. So when they didn't, if you think they're better than you, of course that makes you go, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
If they're not doing good, am I going to do that?
Yeah, yeah. And I love how they both went out there and like they had this mentality of we can't go lower than we already are, you know, like we got to try our best. Like, you know, the
Which
only
honestly
ways
is a great way to look at it.
yes, and the only way to do this is like to go back up, you know, like you're already down, you know, so
There's nowhere else to go.
yeah, yeah. And that was like a great mentality to have and to know that you're on survival mode too, like oh crap, I'm gonna get cut, you know, like
Yeah.
I gotta show them like
Literally,
well,
the last vocalist is going to get cut, and they're the last two, so it could
Mhm.
be one of them.
Yeah.
They
And
should have been under the most pressure, and yet they really managed to like turn that into they turned it into their emotions in the song and made it shine.
they nailed it. I was like, they were so good together. They were very, very cohesive. You saw the teamwork there, you know,
Mhm.
and like individually, they did really well too, you know,
Yeah.
like the ad-libbing from Minhyuk too, like was very impressive as well. And it's like, I could see why it was like neck and neck, you know.
And I feel like he must have told Saquon, like, because Saquon was making a lot better eye contact with the judges. He was
Yes.
more, I mean, Minhyuk always does. I felt like
Yeah.
Minhyuk was singing straight to both the ladies. He's like, "Hello, ladies."
Yeah.
But I felt like Saquon was also trying to do that. And that's because Minhyuk coached him on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought that was like, I just thought Saquon did so much better. I thought he felt so much more like relaxed. And so he gave a better vocal performance and just a better performance in general.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm really glad that Minhyuk was actually there next to, like, by his side.
Mhm.
It was definitely to his advantage because of the conversation that they had. You know, like
Yeah.
Saquon is one of the youngest, and so that's already scary within itself, right?
Yeah.
Like being like one of the youngest, and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to go home. And then you have like Minhyuk sitting right there, and it's like, no, you know, we got this. We could do
Yeah.
this, you know, like you have this, you know, like let's just go for it kind of mentality, you know.
I loved
And
how he was like, I got mad at him for the first time. I was like, you will
yeah.
not. You will not. Like,
Yeah.
which is true. Like, if you think you're going to fail, the
You
odds are pretty
will.
good you will.
Yeah. So it goes back to that confidence, you know,
Mhm.
again, that like we talked about throughout this whole entire episode, you know, if you don't have that confidence,
Yeah.
then you're not going to do well on stage, you know, or else those colors will show, and then the judges will see it and they'll criticize you for it, you
Yeah.
know, like they want someone who's very strong on stage, and you're not strong on stage if you're like that little kitty cat in the corner, like scared, you know?
And you can be that all you want off
Yeah.
stage, but
Off
not
stage.
on stage.
Yeah, not on stage at all. Yeah. And so having Minhyuk there was very advantageous for him because I felt like I got the feeling that he brought Saquon up like a lot, you know?
Well, like you said, he's like a mood maker. So you have to start believing him, right? And he
Mhm.
believes that they can do it.
Mhm.
So, and also I was going to say, compare the song they picked, which I really liked how it wasn't super up tempo, but it was more up tempo than, I mean, they were thinking about singing Rolling in the Deep. That is a very different vibe.
Right?
I think it was really to their advantage that they both sang something light and sweet and, lovey, but not like My Heart Is Breaking love.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this showed off both of their, like, especially since Saquon's so young, it was like flirty and cute and like not too heavy, which was perfect. And they both have really like light voices.
Yes.
Saquon, I feel like maybe has a little more like power in his.
Yeah, he does.
That, which was nice. And then Minhyuk can like float along top of that,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm.
in the gorgeous way that little
Ugh.
songbird does.
Yes, that songbird.
But yeah, I can see why. I feel like Minhyuk dragged him in to see the other two guys so that he'd have backup to be like, don't sing that.
Yeah.
Like, Shonu was harsh. He was like, I got bored the moment you mentioned that song. Which I was also like, damn, I hope Adele don't watch this.
I know, right?
But it's true. Rolling in the Deep or Chasing Pavements or something. I mean, downer. I do feel like they're, well, what?
I was gonna say I like those songs, but
I do too.
you just have to be in a certain mood for it. And this is not
Yes.
perfect for a competition. No.
It's not good to show off what these guys are better. Well, especially Minhyuk. I feel like Minhyuk, we know, can do sad, devastating love songs, but
yeah,
this is his natural wheelhouse. Cute, flirty, a little over the top and theatrical. I mean, let's face it, he came dressed for Kent and then took off his glasses and his coat like he was Superman. I got it.
Yes.
I thought that was so adorable.
Love
and
it.
Also, it made a lot more sense because I was like, why is he wearing a winter coat?
Mhm.
I was having a lot of issues with his fashion choice, but it got better, so I was okay with it. But
It's
yeah,
part of
I
the
just feel
props.
like part of the props. Yeah, I just feel like, I'm so glad that he made sure that, because it's hard when you're competing against each other, so it's hard to just be like, no, we're definitely not doing that. It's like, let's ask the other guys, and they're like, don't do that.
Yeah. Okay. I have to ask you, what did you think about K-Will messing up the names? Do you think that was fake? Or was that on accident?
It totally reminded me of was it Steve Harvey who announced the wrong Miss America once?
Yes.
I know this isn't quite the same level, but for these guys it is.
Yes.
And I honestly don't think he did it on purpose. I honestly don't think he knows everyone's name.
Yeah. He's too busy.
They're only
scolding
11 and
everyone.
12 to him. He doesn't know what they're called.
He's too busy scolding at everyone.
Even the judges, sometimes he scolds them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't think he knew, but you could see from Minhyuk's face, he was like, what?
Yeah.
Even
He
though
was
they both got
shocked.
really good reviews, like,
Yeah.
it was kind of crazy. I felt super bad for him. I always feel bad, like, yes, if the best picture is Moonlight, you have to give it to it, but you already said the other people were too, so shouldn't it be both?
Yes. Yes.
It just feels so wrong to hand it to them and then be like, oops, wrong, Minhyuk, here you go. Like, no.
Yeah.
He took it really well, though.
Oh my
He was really
gosh.
sweet about it.
And this is where Minhyuk is so different from everyone else. I feel like oh my gosh, like he had such a great attitude about it.
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh well, I had really good reviews. Like, oh, my parents would be so proud.
Yeah.
And
I love how he's like, I hope they get to see me, like getting all these compliments.
Yeah.
And again, the other lady judge, the nicer one, she's the only one who gave him any criticism, but the criticism was just, it was good. It was like, your diction needs to be a little tighter.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't understand, what you're saying.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like he just had such an amazing attitude about it, and he always sees like the positive light.
Mhm. He's a glass half full guy.
Yeah.
And luckily, he's a glass half full guy who makes other people think, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I thought both him and Gunn, I mean, so gracious, so cute, and they really
Yeah.
understood what all the good that came out of it. It's like someone had to be the winner, but they understood that they were like, I mean, they didn't even want to choose.
Yeah.
I'm 90% sure that Gunn's going to be safe. So
Yeah.
sorry, Kwanji, or, I'm pretty sure Saquon's going to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which seems not crazy, but like, I know it's not going to happen, but Shonu's in the bottom and Saquon's safe. So, I mean, he sang really good this time. I didn't understand why he was 12th.
Yeah.
I really don't. That nasally kid who's number 6 or what? No, not number 6.
Number 8.
Number 8 should have been number 12.
Well, okay, so here's a problem with that too. They only showed us only like 15 seconds of him singing. So it's like
But he was bad.
Yeah, that part was bad, but I feel like
he must have been better for the rest of it.
I feel like he probably maybe would have been like decent, but they didn't give us the audience that option to see, because they cut it like that, they video edited it like that.
Yeah.
In our minds, we're like, oh man, that needs to clear is just awful. Why is he number 12? But then I feel like that video, because of how they edited that part, it's like, should he really be 12? Because it's like on the flip side, it's like, well, we didn't get to see the whole performance, and if we
I
were
hope we do this time.
Yeah, if we were given that chance, we would have been like, okay, I get why he's like number 8, but yeah, you're right though.
I wouldn't have. I'm sorry. I'm saying it right here. If I see the whole performance, I'll still be like, he's too nasally.
Yeah.
His placement's all wrong. He's not going to be able to do a world tour. He's going to get laryngitis after 3 shows. I'm sorry, guys. I feel strongly about this. I understand what you're saying. You're such a nice person, but you're wrong.
Fair enough.
You might be, there might have been like some personality that got him higher. That's probably, what it is. Yeah. You're right. We didn't get a chance to see it. So I do feel bad because we don't know some of the guys. I feel like we're barely getting any chance with them.
It's just because that's one of the problems with the show, right?
Yeah.
Like they kind of assume that like the audience is kind of dumb,
I feel like since they already know the ending, they're editing it for that ending.
Yeah, because they're catering towards like all the performances, like with Shonu, Kihyun, Hyungwon, Wonho, I mean, with the other guys, like they really don't show much. I mean, like they show some, of course, if they have like stronger relationships, like Sharp Gun and Juwon, of course, like they're gonna show a lot of that.
Yeah, that's good for the show.
That's great for the show, But when it comes to the other guys, like Yoonho and like
the guy whose name I don't even know. Number 8.
Min Kyun, like number 8, like Min Kyun, like we don't know much because they don't really show like as much as they do with the other guys, So I mean that's like an indicator, like of who's gonna win, If we were watching at the time, we'd be like, okay, well, what,
right?
But it's not fair, like how they're doing like the editing. So that's my issue with the show, like I feel like if you're gonna do a survival show, like even if it extends to like 15 episodes or something like that,
you want to see it all.
I want to see everything, and give my own assessment of it, rather than have them already allude to it already, or make me make up my mind, so so that's one of the issues I have, though you could say I'm wrong on one. That's cool,
No, I won't say it about that. But I'm not giving that nasally guy a free pass.
Yeah, but I still feel like I can't give. That part was terrible of him, yes, but I honestly feel like I need to see more of him before I could say more stuff.
I can see that. I mean, that is the logical way to look at it. Like,
Yeah,
you can't judge someone on 15 seconds. I know I am, but you shouldn't.
But it's okay. I mean, again,
but I'm a little worried because he's paired with that other guy that we know never gets any time. So I'm wondering if we'll only get to see 15 seconds of this time. I feel like Saquon has done better because he was paired with Minhyuk. So it was like, well, we got to show this whole song.
Yeah, exactly, because it has Minhyuk in there, and he's gonna debut. They have to show him, you know.
Yeah.
But like the other guys, it's like, you
I
know,
don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
and I was thinking the reason why Kwon Ji looked so sad was because he thought in his head, "Oh shit, it's me versus Gun," and they loved Gun.
Yeah, and going back to Kwon Ji and Yoonho, like even the judging were like, wait, they only judged for 2 seconds. You know?
Do you think we saw the full song?
I think we probably saw the full song, but we didn't see.
We didn't see the full judging. No,
we didn't see the full judging at all because both of us were like, "What the hell?" You know?
Because even if they didn't like it, they'd still have stuff to say about it.
Yeah. So I mean, that's a little bit shady too, you know, because even though as much as we don't really like the judging for the most part, you know, like
again, we are not seeing the whole performances, so
yeah. So it's like,
ugh, Tammy, why are you making it like we should like everyone more? She's so good, guys. She's so good. She just like gives everyone the benefit of the doubt. She's the sweetest.
I know. Or maybe I'm just wrong for this show.
Okay, speaking of the sweetest, which I know you want to talk about this, let's talk about Minhyuk's family. I knew immediately when they showed that clip of him apologizing to his parents and then he was walking down a random street, I was like, oh my God, we're gonna see him.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Like, first off, that's really sweet of his family to even like get a glimpse of his life like that, you know, like seeing his mother and father, like the way that they're talking to him, it's like so sweet, you know, like you could already tell already, like all three of them have a very tight bond, you know.
I thought it was super heart melting too when his mom was like, of course I was disappointed he wanted to be a singer, but you know, I got the call from his vocal teacher and she really listened and she was like, okay, he's talented. I've got to support him.
Yeah.
Like I feel like she was worried how all mothers are worried. You won't never make any money. You won't be able to live. Like, you know, there's serious economic concerns about your kid becoming some sort of artist.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out great for most of us.
Yeah. You have to be really special, right? To like even generate some money, because I will say, as American artists, like people assume that like you make a lot of money, you know, like no, that's not the case.
Yeah, don't, especially not for the first 4 albums.
Because I will tell you, you know, so you get really lucky if you do really well on your first album, but sometimes it just doesn't work that way because there's a lot of recording costs that you have to recoup.
And marketing.
Recording costs, marketing is charged on there. Like there's all sorts of factors that you pretty much think of it this way, like it's an advance, you know, like, oh yeah, and there's advances too and stuff like that before you start generating any sort of income. Like people have to listen to your music or buy your music, you know, to recoup all of that money that like you already pre-charge, you know, onto your account. And not many people realize that, you know, like
and more people have to listen to it than the amount you've been advanced, which is not insignificant.
The label fronts the money for you, or the agency fronts the money for you, and then you have to prove yourself to recoup all of that money back,
that you're worth that investment.
Yes, exactly. You know,
and it's not just talent and hard work that's the issue. Like you said, there's luck, there's being in the right place at the right time, there's having a friend who becomes a producer and can get you in the door. There's so many other there's plenty of super talented people who have worked super hard for years, and that's it. You just never know. So I can understand why his mom was like, I thought it was sweet that she was so honest about it, but I also loved that she was like, once I heard that, I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
You know, he has a talent. he's gonna do it. And I do think it's a lot more helpful if your parents believe in you. Like,
Mhm.
just like you have to believe in yourself, you also want to know someone else believes in you too.
Yeah.
And who better than family?
Yeah, and it's like you mentioned before, you have to have a very good support system. I mean, like, it'd be nice to have that support system, there by your side, It makes everything so much easier on you, and yeah, we had this whole spiel on the guide to Kai, EXO Kai. So, I mean, we had this whole spiel about support systems. So if you guys want to check that out. But anyways,
It's super necessary.
yeah.
I'm sorry, can we talk about his dad? His dad's cute.
His dad is adorable.
I thought his
Oh
dad
my
was pretty
gosh.
handsome, actually.
Yes, yes.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But he looks, when he smiled, oh my gosh, you were right. He has the same face structure as his mom, the way his like cheeks and his mouth. And since we've watched all of X-Ray already, we know when he plays a female in theater, in any K-drama theater, he always says he looks just like his aunt. So picturing his mom now, I'm like, okay, so I could kind of see it. You know what I mean? I really wish his aunt had been there. But it was funny because I remember, I think Shonu it was, one of the guys said, you look just like your mom. And he's like, no, I look like my aunt. But I thought it was interesting. And then we see her and I'm like, oh my God, he does.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he definitely has the same face structure. Like, I didn't think, I mean, maybe if we paused it and looked at the father, like, but I felt like he looked way more like his mother.
He looked a lot like his mom.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot. I'm sure, but yeah, maybe it was because he was hugging her and sitting next to her, and it's kind of easier to see the similarities. It was so adorable how she was crying, and she was like, "You're so skinny," and I was like, "Ooh, get used to that."
I know. Yeah.
Get used to that.
Yeah, and probably another reason why she didn't want him to be an artist is because
Physically hard on your body.
It's a hard on your body, and it's not a secret that being a trainee is one of the toughest things in your life, and so
you diet, you dance till 3 a.m, like
yeah, like there's you're always on a regimen, like diet wise, you're always on a specific schedule.
You don't get much sleep. You probably have to work out.
Yeah, you're scrutinized all the time, and so it's like, I mean, as a mother, like, well, I'm not a mom, but I can imagine, like,
you're a fur baby mom.
I'm a fur baby mom, but
and would you like your fur baby to be judged constantly by strangers everywhere they go?
No. I mean, I think she is, anyways, but that's okay.
But they love her.
She's well fed. She's well fed.
She's not on a diet.
Yeah, but like I could imagine like being like a mother and be like, I don't want that lifestyle for my son. Like I want him to be very successful in life without all of that craziness, where you have to diet, you have to do all sorts of like, craziness. You have to deal with all the crazy fans.
Yeah,
you have to deal with all of that. Why would you want to invite that into your quiet household?
Yeah.
But then, it's nice that, I feel that she's being a protective mama,
Yeah.
So,
and I feel like that's why he wasn't even. Minhyuk, actually, I feel like he had like a slight smile on his face and he was nodding when she was like, I was disappointed. And he's like,
yeah.
Like, but he understands why. He knows
Yeah.
it was because she just loves him and wants him to be happy, which includes being full and getting a girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just loved
Yeah.
it. I hope we get to see a lot of people's parents. That's honestly been really fun for me.
Yeah.
And then I did want to talk about the recording session. I thought that was interesting because now we
Yes.
always hear him say Juhani 100.
Yeah, I remember a long time ago you asked, why does he always say that? There you go.
There I go.
Yeah, I normally,
And the reasoning is sound.
yes, I normally don't remember what I've eaten yesterday, but I remember that question that you asked, like in one of the reaction videos, you're like, why does he always say that?
I mean, I
know
love
that-
it. I think it's cute, but I was just like, why does he always say that?
Yeah, which makes sense because like earlier in the albums, he would always shout his name, Juwon, and now it's like, Honey won on it, you know?
And
So
I'm pretty sure he's the one who told I Am to be like, I am what I am, right?
I am what I am. Oh, so good.
But it is true. A lot of times, especially when you hear rappers guest on another person's album, they always start their verse by being like, what up, it's Drake? And then, you know, rap.
I honestly, I used to get so annoyed when I hear when I hear like Jason Derulo, like when he first started out, it's always Jason Derulo, like all the freaking time in his tracks.
You know his first and last name.
Exactly.
So
it's not just Jason, it's not Derulo, it's Jason Derulo, you know?
So yeah, it works. It works.
does.
And honestly, it made so much sense when the guy said it. I was like, duh, obviously.
Yeah.
I just hadn't really thought about it. I was like, we know who he is. We're listening to every track.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he doesn't know that. For all he knows, it's the first time you've ever heard them. And he needs to make sure you remember his name.
Mm-hmm.
It's smart. I really like that part.
Yeah.
I also loved how they pretended like we weren't going to know who it was. Please recognize those dimples from 500 miles away.
It's like, why do you even blur out? Now you're doing more video editing.
You're
Why?
blurring out from the like this up. I mean, this is all we need. This is all we need. His mouth and his dimples, you know, immediately.
Yeah, please. They blurred out the wrong part.
They blurred out the wrong part. If they just showed us his eyes, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
But no.
You're
I
like,
thought it was so cute.
You're like, it's Jew Honey. Duh, his dimples. Amazing. Amazing.
I've thought about those dimples a lot, so I know what they look like.
Who doesn't? I'm just saying.
Johan's dimples are Shonu's pecs. I know what they look like. Okay? I know them well.
I would have to say the same for Kihyun. So.
Right? You would recognize that mouth anywhere.
Yeah. I would.
Okay,
right.
big question for you though. How do you think Wonho and Hyungwon are gonna do?
That sounds really tough. Like,
I'm nervous for them. I'm just because they both are feeling down. Wonho's really down on himself, and he's so emotional.
Yeah. Well, Hyungwon did really well. You know, like all the judges loved him. You know, but then you have Wonho on the other end. You know, where he's like he dropped a lot of spots. So
he dropped a lot, whereas Hyungwon went up a couple, right?
Yeah. So the confidence level is probably not quite the same. You know.
Which is crazy because also Hyungwon's another guy who's not the most confident in himself.
Yeah, first off, he's an introvert, you know,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of hard, you know, to predict, you know, introverts sometimes, you know, and I say that with love because I'm an introvert myself.
Right, and some days you're feeling it more than others, right?
Oh gosh, yeah.
So I kind of feel like it's not that he's not confident in what he can do; it's that he's like, oh god, now I have to.
Yeah.
I have to talk him. I honestly think if they would just let him dance with no words, without talking to him, that's his preference.
That's his jam.
It's the intros and outros that he has the most problems with. I mean, not anymore, but
not anymore.
You know,
do you know what love is?
Who's your muscle king? Who's your
hot boy?
Yes, we actually heard him say this at the concert. So he's very confident now, but he's still, here he's an introvert who still hasn't like maybe found his stage persona.
Yeah. I honestly feel like he hasn't yet.
Like the way he was like giggling and stuff, I feel like he's just like, oh no, I'm talking over him. Oh no, now I'm supposed to be speaking. Oh no, he's not speaking. Like you could I can actually see him overthinking everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He just wants the music to start. Once the music starts, I feel like that's probably, you know, that's when he forgets everything. He's not an introvert once the music goes.
Yeah.
But he's awkward when it's just him on stage with no music.
Very awkward.
I mean, it's adorable and charming. Yeah. And, you know, this does a lot to make up for anything. But
yes.
It doesn't change how he feels.
Yeah. Wonho, I feel like he's gonna give it his all because like he's like I gotta do better. I gotta do better, you know. And
I'm hoping he's gonna really like have a Min Hyuk attitude where he's like, okay, nothing to do but be number one. Here we go.
Yeah, and I feel like in the next episode that's gonna show. Like I feel like he's gonna hit it out of the park.
That's what I hope.
Yeah, and I just feel like he's gonna do really, really well.
Yeah.
Now, if you're gonna ask me who's gonna get knocked down first, I'm like, I don't know. You know,
I
like
don't know.
I really don't know. Like it's kind of hard to say. You know.
Yeah, because I feel like Wonho and Hyungwon are two very different types of performers.
Very different.
But they're both 100% charming at what they do.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see if they'll be able to pull like a Juhan Sharp Gun where it's complementing each other, or if it's going to be like a Shonu Kihan where it's just like it's like nails on a chalkboard. It's just not working. It's two magnets on the wrong side.
Yeah. I'm predicting that they'll be cohesive. You know,
that's what I hope.
Yeah.
That's my goal.
Yeah, I'm predicting that. You know, but I mean, especially from their intro, they're both so awkward.
I mean, and don't we still have? It's them, and don't we have two other vocalist teams? It feels like we have so many teams.
We have Min Kyun and
was it the guy who was originally number 12?
Yusu. Yeah, we have Yusu.
And is there another one, or it's just those two groups left?
I guess we should do the math right now.
Well, we saw 3 groups this time. 1 group the first time. How many groups are there? 6. Maybe it is just 2 more.
Yeah, I think it
because it's 12 guys. Yeah, it's 6 groups. Oh my gosh, guys. I forgot how many contestants there were. That's why I'm so bad at math. Okay, that's not why I'm so bad at math, but I definitely forgot how many contestants there were. There's definitely 6 groups, so there's 2 more. It's the 2 guys who I assume we'll only see 15 seconds of, and Wonho and Hyungwon.
Yeah, they're gonna set up the whole entire episode about the elimination and stuff like that. So
whoever gets to sing with, or gets to be on the track, I'm sure it'll be those 2 things.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah,
I'm stressed out.
Yeah, I wasn't too stressed on this episode because I was like, okay, you know, it wasn't too bad, you know.
I just get stressed out when anyone has to like compete. It makes me, I feel for them.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. This was a lot lighter, and maybe they told them to like chill out.
Like chill the F out, dude.
It's like everyone likes the trainees, but they don't like you.
Yeah, like just chill out, and that's what they did. So yeah.
So this was much better, and you know, I'm really looking forward to the next one.
Yeah,
I know it's like a cruel trick we're playing on ourselves, but I gotta know how their journey evolves at this point.
Yeah. Ugh. All right, you guys. Woo! That was a long discussion.
Yeah, we had thoughts.
We do have a lot of thoughts. I mean, we do. Thank you so much for joining us for episode 4, right? Oh gosh, episode 4 already. Yes. So that means wow. All right. We're 40%.
We're almost halfway through.
We're 40% through, you guys. 40% through.
Wow. Someone is good at math, and it's not me. No, what was that amazing line? I'm not good at math, but I have so many problems.
Yes. Yes. That was a great
Juhan, I love that. I'm going to make that my Twitter profile.
Love
that.
It's true. Don't we all? But yeah, you guys, we are 40% through now. So, I mean, we're almost halfway there. Technically, yeah, the next episode will be our halfway point.
I know, which means we will be 2/3 of the way to seeing I Am.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's how I'm looking at it. Each episode is just one episode closer.
Yes. All right, so thank you so much for joining us. If you guys like this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. And we are
La Chimolala.
And we will see you guys for episode 5. Actually, next week, you guys, we're not doing a double post because we are doing things, aka
concerts. Woo woo! But we'll definitely be back because we gotta know how it ends.
Yes, it's true. 안녕.
안녕.